scarlet blaze. Bridge of Betrayal. The Empire achieves early success in the war thanks to House Gloucester, a noble alliance house whose vows of allegiance and safe passage were key to the quick capture of Garreg Mach. But Count Gloucester breaks his oath and turns on Burgleys's troops, trapped in hostile territory with their supply routes severed. The Imperial Army's outlook appears bleak.
I fear I may have miscalculated, my son.
How can that be possible, Father? We have the enemy surrounded.
Yes, and they have yet to give a damn. Time grows short, and soon Edelgard's reinforcements will descend upon the Alliance.
Then we will hold them off at the Great Bridge.
And they will find another way. If they manage to take even one of the Aramid River's crossings, they can break through our ranks. And while that may not spell immediate defeat, it will dash any hopes of Count Burgleys's surrender. Eventually, Edelgard's army will wash over the land, and then, my son, we will be defeated.
Speak plain, Father, I beg of you. What does this mean for House Gloucester?
Do not fret, Lawrence. This was a leap of faith we had to take to better our territory's fortunes. When Claude came to me with this offer, I determined the reward to be worth the risk. If the gamut fails, so be it. All it means is that our house will have to swear allegiance to the Empire.
Edelgard will never settle for such. She will demand... Oh, Father. No.
I am proud of you, my son. You have grown into a man strong and wise enough to lead our house.
Is there nothing that can be done? What of your dream to claim the Alliance leadership from House Regan?
It is your house now. You determine our path. Besides, when the dust finally settles from this war, there may not be an alliance to lead.
So I am to submit to the Empire and carve out as big a place for our family as I can? Is that it? You would have me put an end to the Leicester Alliance?
Perhaps my praise of your wisdom was ill-advised. You get ahead of yourself, Lawrence. We bend the knee only if we lose, not before. And as you said, we may yet be able to drive back the Emperor's reinforcements and win the day. Always think 2 steps ahead, my son. Be clever. Survive. That is the lesson I seek to impart. I had best go prepare for my final battle as Count Gloucester. However this plays out, look for a way for our house to prosper and seize it, Lawrence. Seize it. That is how Irvin Fritz Gloucester fights, and it is how you must fight as well.
Well, we managed to slog our way to the encampment. Now we just have to finalize our plan.
Why is it so important to hold part of the Aramid riverbank again? I mean, wouldn't it make more sense to cross over into Alliance territory before it's too late?
If we do, we risk the enemy cutting off our retreat. We are here to break their siege, not fall prey to one.
If we don't conduct this rescue carefully, we'll be worse off than we started. We must be smart, and that means establishing at least one bridgehead in addition to the Great Bridge of Murden.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
The Minister is a general of much endurance. He will be holding out until we arrive. He is more than a warrior and a maker of strategies. It would lack wisdom to be making an enemy of him.
Yep, that's my father. No one can beat him. I just hope I can be half the warrior he is one day.
I think even 1.5 Burgleyses would be more than enough. Not that it's any of my business.
So, what are we to do about House Gloucester? They have indicated a willingness to swear fealty, for whatever that pittance of a promise is worth. That leaves only Phlegathon and Ordelia. And I doubt very much that anyone would take us to task for dismantling them.
The head of House Ordelia is one of the 5 great lords. Dismantling them, as you say, would hamper Her Majesty's ability to rule effectively in the future. Consider, for example, why we chose not to dismantle House Eyre.
Because I belong to House Eyre, and you did not have to. Ah, of course. You are happy so long as they install successors who are willing to toe the line.
That is the plan, yes. House Phlegathon, however, must be disposed of. Their lord, Acheron, has leveraged his control of the Great Bridge to do whatever he well pleases. I have a suspicion the Alliance desires him gone as badly as we do.
Lawrence Gloucester and Lysithea von Ordelia were Her Majesty's schoolmates, yes? they may be more willing to listen to reason than the others.
Sure, but Claude went to the Officers' Academy too.
And he's taken a firm stance against the Empire. Do you really think this can be handled via diplomacy?
That will depend on precisely what their demands are. But first, we must retake the Great Bridge and extricate Count Bergles and his troops. Let us focus our energies on that for the time being.
Agreed. And it would behoove us all not to overlook how devious Claude can be just because we went to the Academy together. If he's not willing to come to the table, I won't hesitate to meet him on the battlefield instead.
So not to hesitate, I'm gonna hesitate.
I won't hold back either. Sometimes you have to kill old friends in this line of work. That's just how it is.
Right over there.
Pardon me.
Did you hear the news, Chaz? No, what is it?
Very nice.
We now have a research station that provides opportunities for intensive training. Everyone simply must partake of it. Go on, you want to have a look as well. And it's precisely one new location. Here we research the latest and greatest tactics ever to grace the field of battle. If our findings pique your interest, I would be delighted to see how about it. At the Tactics Academy, you can enhance your unit's battle proficiencies, expanding this facility to unlock new avenues for improvement. Unlocking additional warrior gauges, unlocking vulnerary slots, and unlocking level up capabilities for unique abilities.
My instruction comes at a high price.
Allows your unit to gain a second warrior gauge at the Tactics Academy. Do it. Bit spots full. Auto attack increase damage of 30%. Raise quest level. I see, so I think that's how this is gonna work. Which is interesting. And we can do it all in one go. Okay. Saves me the time of having to do it individually. So as soon as we get combat manuals, we could do upgrades. That would be nice. Stats to be increased beyond the limit at the Tactics Academy. Interesting.
Don't neglect your daily studies.
Tactics are essential to any victory, so keep in mind that prepare. You appear to be quite the excellent mercenary, my friend. I see there was no mistake in my asking you to participate in my research. Hope we continue enjoying a fruitful relationship. Do I not get to choose? Apparently not. So good thing I got enough space, so I'm glad about that.
Let me know if I may be of further service.
If I may.
Count Bergles is a beast of a man, one with a keen sense for traps. Yet for him to not smell betrayal, well, I have no choice but to praise Count Gloucester's deception. We have to be careful, so nobles don't tend to miss a step, and they don't have to leave themselves open.
Right.
Particularly true in the case of those who possess experience and competency in equal measure, such as Count Gloucester. Welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Free Hopes. Yeah, we're gonna get missing out the warrior part of this. Last time we rescued Lord Nanato and recruited Ash. Truthfully, after the prior attempt where the strategy failed because it didn't go through in time. But hopefully we can get ever closer to saving Count Burgley's from the Alliance's trap. What occurred was truly regrettable. I should have seen through Count Gloucester's duplicity. Or perhaps it is more accurate to say I misjudged the man's ambition. He prizes his people above all, and recreated the situation where we wanted to fight. I would need to reflect on that.
Do you have a moment?
Our army watched over here to Alliance territory, and I'm worried about the situation in the kingdom. And yes, we have a reasonable amount of forces left, as well as whatever General Randolph has, but...
So
It'd
basically...
be bad news if the Knights of Sales attacked us. I mean, we still haven't fought the major players yet. Right? Don't need an army of folding. The best of the best. Let's be honest, I'm not really the best of the best. My apologies, but a portion of the responsibility for losing the Great Bridge of Murder falls to me. I was noticing that the communication had been cut off from getting Mark. When I fight to retake the bridge, I will assume the Vanguard and see my name cleared. Frontend is certainly growing turbulent. During such times, it's not unusual to see various schemers appear to try to turn the chaos to their own advantage. There are a number of young generals in this army, so people like myself and Hanman. Well, we have to be extra careful. Speaking of Hanman, where the fuck is he? Oh, right in.
Now see here.
We were most awfully deceived by Count Gloucester, Countess Lawrence's father, you know. Emmanuel was in charge of his class, the Golden Deal. It is undoubtedly depressing to have to fight one's former students. Why are you not playable yet? Have you heard of a man named Edelgard? He is the head of the House Phlegathon, who rules over the Great Bridge of Murder. At first he pledged loyalty to Adrestria, but no sooner did the man hear about Count Gloucester's actions than did he betray... I need to read this more quickly. At first he pledged loyalty to Adrestria, but no sooner did the man hear about Count Gloucester's actions than did he betray us and surrender the bridge. Okay, no, I wasn't reading that wrong. It says Dan is supposed to be then, not Dan. I think I'm not sure. I could be reading this sentence like entirely wrong. Like Dan is the correct usage here, not Dan. I'm getting real uptight over this. I shouldn't be. It takes quite the opportunity to change camps and see if some change the clothes. Him is close. Him. Where have I heard that before? Not your business, but it has been decided that I am the house's sire.
That reminds
That's
me.
right, Henry's the last name, I didn't forget about all that. There was no need to remember. I am the darkest of days. Yeah, shut up. Gatekeeper!
Greetings, friend.
Greetings, Commander. Nothing to report. Oh, wait, one thing to report. The situation with the Alliance in the North seems really bad. I'm sure I can sort it soon. And if nothing else, I hope everyone comes home safe.
Great. Oh.
I know I don't have to worry about my father. I mean, he's Count Berkeley's. He's invincible. Still, nothing's a guarantee on the battlefield, and I can't take these thoughts of what might happen.
Let's do it.
Cheer up, Caspar. We're gonna save him.
All right.
Yeah, you're right. We'll do it together.
By the by.
Are you alright, Commander? I heard the Great Bridge of Murder was taken from us. The bridge is an important point for merchants, so I hope we regain sooner rather than later. That's never safe to start being invaded, though I hope we didn't worry about that. It was just him like in the last chapter. Where the fuck is he now?
Oh no!
Am I gonna end up surrounded and killed in every territory like Count Berkeley someday?
You sure?
I wouldn't go carving his tombstone just yet. Sorry, you're right. That's probably bad luck, huh? But I'm still worried. Don't worry, I'm actually never games around like that. I've booked through plenty of sieges in my day. Really? I'm glad to hear that.
Got a sec?
Speaking of Minister of Military Affairs, remember how poorly he got along with the Minister of Domestic Affairs? Well, Hevring is in the military house, so he never actually turned up on the battlefield. But he's probably thinking Count Burgundy's got his just desserts. Hi Ash, are you feeling alright? Oh, it's you. Listen, I've surrendered and I'll follow whatever orders I'm given. I'm a full part of the Imperial Army now. And none is also in the Imperial Army, and above all, I can't choose death.
Absolutely.
Yep, you want to go on live. Best take care of it. What am I even fighting for? Ouch.
This is true.
Circumstances dictate how people act. As such, I believe things are about to get much more difficult for you. Though perhaps that will be a welcome change for a mercenary of your caliber. You will undoubtedly face the Acid Demon again. I do hope you emerge victorious this time. What the fuck you mean? We won last time! What the fuck you mean? You just simply retreated, that's all. I have a mixing of emotions.
I must be.
Count Berkeley is this man who was attacking Dagda and Bridget. And now this same man is being overwhelmed by the Alliance army. I will never be allowing the man who defeated Bridget to die in this place.
So basically...
So from Bridget's perspective, he's someone you have a grudge against. Do you want him to live anyway?
Yes.
Yes, and this is my feeling. It would be shameful for him to be present here. Doing so would give me such much sadness. I'm glad we helped Ash see the error of his ways, but things may not always work out like that. We're going to face the other classmates and there's no way to tell how that might end. I understand AD's circumstances, so I don't plan to demand that she put a stop to the war.
That's not
But it's
good.
always painful to have an acquaintance die. What can I have been born in a more peaceful time? I think she has that like in Freehausen, and it's just like it's just an unfortunate circumstances of war, sorry. I understand there's a war on here, but war being worked like plow horses. Still, I suppose it can be helped if our allies are in danger of annihilation. It would be a terrible waste of effort if we were unable to assist them, so let us endeavor to ensure we can do so.
Absolutely.
We give it everything we've got. I can't approach from the other side. Fucking fences.
Come here. Listen up.
You may be wearing this already, but the bird can't be cruel. You mean Hubert? Yeah, but you know, it's fine. It's a long story. Plus, I am for that business under giving Mark.
Huh?
I'm not following at all.
Basically.
Sorry about that. I just wanted to complain a little.
Wow, that was amazing! No wonder Edelgard trusts you so much.
Oh, hey, Caspar. You weren't so bad out there yourself. Not that I'm surprised. You must make House Burgleys proud.
Don't I wish? I'm still pretty steamed about how the last battle went. I can't even outshine you right now, let alone my father. It really burns me up.
You think? I don't know much about your dad, but I'd say you're on par with me at least. Maybe even better.
Sheesh, sore winner much? Just you wait though, I'm only getting started. Old Caspar here's gonna upstage you once and for all, and I'm gonna do it for me.
Okay, but think about it. I'm a mercenary and you're a noble. I'll have way more chances than you to excel in battle, which also means way more chances to die. Meanwhile, your dad's the Minister of Military Affairs. You falling in combat definitely wouldn't be a good look.
You've got that all wrong. Since I'm his second son, I'm completely expendable as far as he's concerned.
His second son?
Ever since I was born, me and my brother were treated completely different. I don't have a shot at being the heir, which means the only way I'm getting ahead in life is by proving myself in battle. I mean, I guess I could always go into politics or education or something. The point is, whatever I want to do, I've got to climb up from the bottom to do it. And the climb I picked means building a name for myself on the battlefield, no matter the risks.
It's almost like you're a mercenary. I never thought a noble could have that kind of motivation. You're a lot more inspiring than you give yourself credit for, Caspar.
It's nothing. I mean, I've still got the Burgleys' name to lean on and all, so I'm better off than just any old merc.
Right. I guess I'm starting to get why you're so competitive with me now. But you should know, I'm not the kind of girl to back down from a challenge. I've been honing my craft as a mercenary for as long as I can remember, even since I was a kid. So you can train till your muscles give out if you want. Some noble brat's not gonna beat me.
Oh yeah? Fine. I know I'm not gonna catch up to you overnight, but it'll happen someday. Just you wait.
Ah, Ferdinand. I hadn't realized you'd returned to the palace.
Yes, here I am. Not that I have official business like you.
Then why come such a long way? Ah, I see. You're here to visit your father.
I am ashamed to say this was my first time seeing him in his cell. My father insisted I stay away for my own safety. Though I must confess, the dungeon was not the horrid place I had imagined it to be. I was envisioning, you know, fiery hot pokers, spikes, that manner of thing.
Oh. Then it may interest you to know that we do actually have such a dungeon. I've only seen it once myself.
Okay, now it's on no regret not saying the things I did.
It's further down from where we're keeping the former Duke. It's a dismal place. One where rats scurry to and fro.
Rats? I do not imagine Father would cope well with that at all. While he did look haggard, it sounds as though his treatment could be far, far worse.
We're doing our best to keep him in good health. The rest will depend on his frame of mind.
Well, you will hear no complaints from me. I care only that he is kept alive and given a fair trial. And that his punishment fits the crime, of course.
You'd better speed things along then, because Hubert is quickly losing patience.
A fact of which I am very well aware. The problem is that I remain unable to connect my father to many of the acts he is accused of.
Perhaps you're wasting your time. A noble as powerful as your father could easily have documents forged and witnesses bought off. Any records that remain will be considered far too dubious to prove guilt or innocence.
Another fact I am very much aware of. In truth, I already found proof some time ago. Proof of his corruption, that is. I discovered it while looking through his tax records. When I realized what he had done, I was ready to serve him up to the authorities myself.
Your own father? I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I mean it. I thought I could carefully build a solid case against him while studying at the academy. However, you had him clapped in irons before I could have my case organized. Now there is a bit of comedy. I idolized my father ever since I was a child. Yet I had to push those feelings aside in order to muster the anger to punish him. Now I find myself trapped between both of those emotions with no resolution in sight.
I see. And tell me, is that the end of your story? I thought you were going to become Prime Minister. Keep me in line. Surpass me, even.
Oh, well, I did not mean...
You can still share words with your father and see him punished for his crimes, you know. So, if you desire resolution, start resolving matters. It's never too late.
That was surprisingly deeper than I thought it was going to be. Wow. Okay then. Let's get something ready for this chapter. Each
Hunger is the true enemy.
Wow, okay.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
For me? Really? Well, that's very kind of you. Let's eat it together.
This is my favorite.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
It would take some time before we get deeper to spawn. Thanks, game. Really appreciate it.
Oh hey, looks like I'm not the first one to show up.
Hello there. No need to pay me any mind. I'll just be absorbed in my book here. I assume you've come to meet someone? As they've clearly not arrived yet, why don't you join me? Here.
Thanks. Hey, Linhardt, you're into all that spooky magic stuff, right? Like sorcery and crests and whatnot?
Yes. Why? Is there something you'd like to ask me?
Oh no, I was just thinking it's kind of weird that you've never really been interested in my power.
Do you want me to be?
I don't have to be interested in everything, you know. That'd be a little too predictable. Not like the other protagonists I've been tagging along with in another playthrough.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even understand it myself. But with you helping me, I might actually learn something. That and Hubert scared me half to death talking about how you might experiment on me. Just so we're clear, I'm not into that.
Uh-huh. Well, not everything piques my interest. Your circumstances simply do not.
If you're not interested, then so be it. But is there any particular reason why?
Hard to say. Perhaps because a sword is the only thing you're able to manifest? Strictly speaking, I suppose your power does raise some questions. But that sinister weapon of yours, it just doesn't leave me all that interested in learning more.
Sinister, huh? That's one way to describe it.
Tell me, have you ever beheld one of the hero's relics? They also possess the most peculiar aura, and yet there's something almost divine about the terror they instill. But your sword, it's cold. Maybe even inhuman.
Probably because it was made by those with the dog, I'm gonna be honest. It's probably my bet on that sword's origins.
In more complex terms, it's little more than an inorganic, dispassionate construct. Not a hint of the goddess's divine guidance in its design. It's not as if you were able to choose what you manifested, right? It just came to you.
True. But what if I could turn it into something else and start manifesting different things? Would you be interested then?
Is such a thing possible? I would like to see that for myself, I must admit. In fact, I'd be quite excited by that. What a fascinating topic to lay at my feet.
Oh boy, you got him started.
Hey, it was just a suggestion. I have no idea if I can actually do it.
But aren't you the one who brought it up?
So I can't waste any further support with Edelgard anymore because it's not that point of the story yet where I can do so.
Care to make yourself useful?
Do pretty much anything with everyone else though.
Counting on you both.
Come on, we'll do it together.
I sure hope it's something I can actually do.
I've got nothing to worry about with the two of you on the job.
I'm glad I'm paired with you, Manuela. So glad that I'm even excited to be working.
Yes, it reminds me of our days in the opera company. But this time, you finally get to see I can do more than just strut about the stage. Things are simple with the two of us on the job. A shame I didn't meet any heartthrobs while we were at it, though.
Next time, Manuela. You're beautiful and charming, and that's a fact.
I've got nothing to worry about.
Behold, as I prove once again to be the superior worker in this most menial of tasks.
If you are that superior, perhaps I will simply let you do everything.
Jesus. Blue cheese?
Ah, fiery as ever. What an inspiring sight.
For just tapping my foot?
Oh, hey, Ferdinand. You think so? The way I see it, a mercenary who doesn't train every day probably won't stay a merc for long.
I cannot dispute your logic. Though, I must say, you never did strike me as a typical mercenary. And your upward trajectory has proven me right. To go from nothing to a commander rivaling even the finest of nobles as quickly as you have is astounding. You are the most intriguing woman.
Protest.
Well, that's because I've made a habit of giving my all. I'm honestly just happy to have earned Edelgard's respect.
Your all, you say?
Something wrong?
To the contrary, I find your attitude inspirational. We are birds of a feather, you and I. Every task I undertake must also be done to utmost perfection. Polishing my armor? it shall have a mirror sheen. Cooking a meal? Let not even a single ingredient go to waste. True nobility means surmounting any challenge before you with no less than every fiber of your being.
That's taking it a little far, don't you think? Maybe you're not wasting food, but what about your time and energy? And I'm not any sort of noble, you know.
I am aghast. Are you suggesting that devoting myself fully to every endeavor is wasteful?
I mean, yeah. If you put your all into every little thing, you'll run out of stamina right when you need it most. You're like the knight in that proverb. The one who spends all day building a fence around his Pegasus, only for it to fly away.
I get it, because he's trying to build a fence around it when the knight forgets that the Pegasus could just fly away. You know, because the Pegasus is a horse with wings.
Valuable advice for a Pegasus, perhaps, but I am no beast. I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
He said it! He said the line! He said it! This guy can't be serious.
I know that you're different. I do. But everyone needs to take it easy sometimes. If you always keep your bowstring taut, it's just gonna snap when you actually need to fire.
I assure you I am no bowstring either. But I take your point. However, there is no cause for concern. As I have told you on multiple occasions, I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
He said it again.
However, whether I am resting, enjoying leisurely pursuits, or simply in contemplation, I always apply all my energy to the task at hand. At work or at rest, I will forever give it my all.
Seriously? What's full-on resting even look like?
Excellent question. Next question.